My phone died on the other live. My apologies, but I'm back. Yo, I got a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. My mouth is watery, but I just took it out. Y'all, there is an emperor in the reverse, okay? There's an emperor in the reverse, and child, when I went off camera, baby, spirit was talking. I know the drop, y'all. I know the entire drop. All right, so there's an emperor in the reverse that is very obsessed with his ex that he treated like shit in the past, okay? He's obsessed with her getting the 10 of cups, okay? He's obsessed with her getting total wish fulfillment by a real man, okay? A traditional man, a emperor that is all man, and he is in his divinity. He's obsessed with that. That's all he could think about is somebody coming in and loving a divine feminine and all of the right ways that he chose not to do. And with the moon coming out next, he wants to hide the way that he feels, but I'm hearing that he's not able to hide it because that heartbreak that he put the divine feminine in, that energy of heartbreak from portraying her, lying to her, running around with different third parties on her during the duration of their relationship, friendship, spiritual marriage, union. They had a spiritual marriage and union to each other. So it doesn't matter who you marry in the physical realm. If you have a spiritual agreed upon marriage and union before you were even born, okay, into this world to be with a person, y'all have a bond together. You're married spiritually. So he treated his spiritual counterpart in divinity because he was being a damn devil like shit. So he broke the divine feminine's heart. Okay, and now his heart is breaking because he's thinking about somebody loving the divine feminine that came out as the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, warm, loving, caring, the same energy as the Queen of Cups that he tried to destroy, that he portrayed. He didn't care about her. He didn't care about her feelings. He didn't care about her as a person. He didn't care about her as a friend. He didn't value her at all other than what he was able to take. And now he is under judgment. While the Queen of Cups in the upright, okay, the divine feminine, I said Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and I picked up psychically the Queen of Cups energy is also coming out as a divine feminine star seed, y'all. The divine feminine star seed, okay? She stayed as long as she put up with so much hell. This karmic emperor in the reverse tried to destroy this divine feminine, okay? She gave him chance after chance. She stayed with him. She stayed down. The definition of ride or die. He wanted this divine feminine to die, y'all. He wanted to take her up and through there, and he did, while he ran around and cheated and lied with all types of third-party situations, okay? He ran around slandering, okay, this divine feminine star seed. Okay, this is the energy. This Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Cups, he ran around playing on her top, portraying her heart. She could feel the betrayal because this idiot didn't know that he was spiritually married to her. And this divine feminine, okay, which is also coming out as a star seed, she felt the betrayal, even though she didn't see it with her eyes. She felt the backstabbing, the 10 of swords going into her back. See, this divine star seed, this queen that came out as the Queen of Pentacles, which I psychically picked up the Queen of Cups, excuse me, it's Mercury retrograde as well. This Empress in the upright, this is her failed counterpart who wanted to rob her of her divinity, rob her of a chance to have a new life and a new start with a real man that would actually love and value her. How heartless is that? That's his worst nightmare, but it wasn't his worst nightmare when he was breaking the heart of this divine feminine on purpose. Slandering her name, calling her a bunch of whores, lying around town. If she went, I'm hearing in the spirit, if they grew up together, they had friends that they grew up with, lying around the town, pillow talking about this divine feminine with all of these karmic feminines, and they came out. See, this divine feminine, Queen of Cups, the star seed, is now trusting her intuition, and this was his emperor in a reverse worst nightmare. I'm gonna tell you why, because she's now trusting the divine. She's trusting her intuition. She's trusting her spirit guides. This Queen of Cups, see, when this emperor in the reverse thought he was just so slick, he thought his game was just so on point. He thought his mental manipulation was just so fire. Okay, but really, I'm hearing in the spirit of the divine feminine always knew that the nigga was full of shit. He thought that she wasn't able to see through the maze of the mask that he was wearing when she was able to see through it. She was just trying to convince herself, man, he just needs a little bit more time. He just needs a little bit more time to get that out of his system before he's ready. She was making excuses to herself to give this nigga more time and all of the reasons, but she started running out of reasons. But the betrayal didn't stop. But the heartbreak didn't stop. The only thing I'm hearing in the spirit that stopped when she started trusting her intuition, Queen of Pentacles, Starseed, Queen of Cups energy, is when she trusted the Most High Divine. She started to trust the Most High. She started to trust in what her spirit guides and the Most High was showing her that she was in denial of before. Guess what came out right after that, y'all? The Empress in the reverse. See, this Emperor in the reverse, he was supposed to be an emperor in the upright. But he didn't want to do right, so he wanted to dance with the devil, okay, and get caught up with the devil, okay, aka like the movie Sinners. Go back and watch that movie and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When you get seduced, okay, he got seduced by the empress in the reverse, pretending to be the divine feminine starseed, pretending to embody the Queen of Pentacles, but the only thing she was an illusion. See, those same illusions that this emperor in the reverse was sending towards this starseed, this Queen of Cups energy, he got caught up in his own illusions. He got caught out there with his pants down. He thought he had forever and a day to play on the divine feminine's top, but guess what? The divine feminine gets to go move forward because she let him go. She cut away the dead weight. She saw her eyes open. She saw that she was the prize. That was why he never didn't want to let her go. If she was nobody and she was easily replaceable, then why keep her? Why try to stop her from attracting love? Why try to stop her from healing and moving forward? Because he didn't want her to move too far above him, raise too far above, because if the divine feminine ended up doing it anyways. It took her some time, but she ended up doing it anyways because this divine feminine Queen of Cups got to a point where this emperor in the reverse is no longer able to reach her, no longer able to come in and steal her energy and destroy her success. See, this divine feminine had to let go of this false flame because he wanted to keep her down because he was too weak to heal. So he attracted this empress in the reverse that was able to do mind magic, mind manipulation. And he went back to somebody from his past that he should have walked away from. He should have walked away. Thank you, Holy Spirit. He went back to somebody from his past that he should have left in the past. And he wanted to keep the divine feminine chained in one place. I'm hearing in the spirit. He wanted to keep the divine feminine unable to move forward, halted in one place. Thank you, Spirit, Holy Spirit. But guess what? While he was chained to this empress in the reverse, this is the energy. God, it don't get no clearer than that. It do not get no clearer than that. The next card is the Tower in the reverse. So he chose his karmic spouse over his divine feminine. And now he's upset because the divine feminine is able to move forward because she did the work. And she's now able to move forward towards her divine spouse that this emperor in the reverse was pretending to be the whole time, just so he could keep robbing the divine feminine, okay, of her currency, of her energy, of her nurturing, okay? Every time he ran out of energy with these third-party unions and this empress in the reverse, he would go back towards the divine feminine and get a re-up on her energy, and he would leave shit and piss for the divine feminine Queen of Pentacles to have to shuffle through. While he ran off and built up with an empress in the reverse, but it was none of their energy. The divine feminine, once she bossed up, started to see that she was the star the whole time, started to see that she was the prize the whole time. Now she knows and sees that she now gets the Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups with her divine spouse. Because the nigga that came out first, that's obsessed with her new beginning, because he can't stop it, and neither can his bitch, this empress in the reverse that was living on the lap of luxury, open doors, good health, trips, All of that energy that belonged to the divine feminine, they got to give it all back. So it's towers, and ego deaths all around their lives, and they can't run from it because this emperor in the reverse had a choice, and he chose what he chose. He has to lay in the bed that he made for himself, y'all. And I'm hearing in the spirit that it ain't no comfortable side of that bed. It's in hell. Woo. He trapped in hell mentally as well. He's also getting judgment along with everybody that he armed and gathered together as flying monkeys to go against this Queen of Pentacles to destroy her reputation, to throw dirt on her name. While behind the scenes, he robbed her with a bitch that was nowhere near her the whole time, y'all. This is this play, y'all. This is what be going on in these spiritual streets. His whole foundation that he built, his life, the mask that this emperor in the reverse wore, as if he was this macho man, as if he was just so, he was just so manly. He was just, a go-getter. None of that was him. It was none of his power. He was robbing the divine feminine the whole time. So now all of that is crumbling. The illusion is crumbling. And the Empress in the reverse, her illusion is crumbling because she had this emperor in the reverse under a love spell. See, he was too blinded by his greed and by operating in the ego to see that the bitch that he chose over the divine feminine wasn't nothing but a spoof. He got tricked by the universe. Whew. I'm hearing this is somebody of a past life that portrayed this divine feminine, and he had the chance to do it right this time around, and he still fucked up. God, I'm hearing double for your troubles. I'm hearing triple for your troubles is what he owes the divine feminine, and her ancestors is getting it back in blood with the universe, y'all. I can't make this up. Foundation over there with this Empress in the reverse is crumbling because it wasn't built off of nothing but lies and deceit anyways. There in the Five of Pentacles, this emperor in the reverse is trying to hard hide the fact that it's hard for him. I didn't even mean to say hard, but it came out. It's hard for him. I'm also hearing in the spirit that this empress in the reverse is trying to get him hard, but he's not even hard. Why? Because right behind the moon, okay, of what he wanted to hide is that this Queen of Pentacles, this Empress in the upright, this Queen of Cups energy was his sunshine. She was directly connected to his divine inheritance, which he forfeited the right to sit on the throne when he chose this Empress in the reverse because the bitch looked shiny. I don't know. He got into some shit that his ass can't cash, and they're in the Five of Pentacles. He's been left out in the cold by the divine feminine, but he portrayed her in all the wrong ways and all the worst ways. And now he's playing like he's a victim. Now, granted, this Empress in the reverse did do mind magic, okay, illusion spells, love spells, but the only way he fell for that and was even out cheating on his spiritual spouse, he was already dancing and sleeping with the devil in order to get caught up. He chose. This Empress in the reverse, she could have influenced the choice, but he chose what he chose. While he had the divine feminine sitting there suspended in time, I'm hearing unable to move forward. Whenever he wanted her to be there. He didn't give to the divine feminine. He didn't give love to her. He didn't give equal give and take. He only came to steal, kill, and destroy in devil energy. Now all of that heartbreak and all of that betrayal that he sent to the divine starseed, the Queen of Pentacles, the real bag that he left for the bitch that pretended she was the bag, from the energy that she was siphoning through you from having connection to the real prize, which was the Queen of Pentacles and the upright. Now that she cut ties, everything is crumbling and it's justice. You play stupid games, I'm hearing in the spirit, you win stupid prizes. Ooh. Holy Spirit. Oh yeah, and the Hierophant came out. So they did all of this to try to keep the divine feminine from getting her divine masculine, her traditional man, her divine spouse, and they can't stop it. Checkmate. Ooh. While the false twin, while the emperor in the reverse, his life is falling apart. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe while it's falling apart. Greetings. This divine feminine energy is able to move forward anything that these devils from the past, especially her obsessed karmic ex that came out first, right in front of the Ten of Pentacles, which is her wish fulfillment with her new, I'm hearing her kingdom spouse in divinity. He can't stop it. And the evil witch bitch that was sending death magic, okay, this is, death magic towards the divine feminine with her witchy friends to try to take the divine feminine out, trying to block her ways, try to stop her finances so that she could then turn around and manifest with it and pretend like she was the prize. That shit has backfired. Y'all, I cannot make this up. Ace of Swords. I'm not making this up, y'all. This is confirmed. And a backdrop on this Emperor in the reverse is this Emperor in the reverse with this Empress in the reverse. The energy came out in the exact same way. It was all about stealing her money, okay? The divine feminine's money, and I'm gonna show you, okay? See, this this karmic masculine was only able to drain the divine feminine as long as she did not let him go. In her heart, in her spirit, she had to disconnect from him in all ways and make that decision and close that door for good in order for him to fully be cut off. Also, this Emperor in the reverse was being tested. The divine wanted to know, the ancestors wanted to know, would you love her if, I'm hearing in the spirit, would you love her in the loving, because this Queen of Pentacles, this starseed was sent into this Emperor in the reverse. She was sent into his life to heal him, to love him, to nurse him so that they could rise and grow into their divinity together. But he did not choose that. He did not choose that. If he would have chose that, he would have got access to the Ten of Pentacles and a generational wealth. He chose to keep the divine feminine halted for a reason, because he knew she was connected to a bad before she even knew. He knew. So he wanted to keep her in one space, use her as an energy source to fund his life and his demonic escapades with this Empress in the reverse. And he didn't even just want to let her go to be free. If you can't love me, then let me go. And I'm hearing that a divine feminine said that in energy and body. If you can't love me, let me go. Let me be free. He didn't want to release this divine feminine, but he didn't want to love her. He didn't want to protect her. He didn't want to treat her like she was valuable. He didn't even give back what he was getting. So this divine feminine Queen of Cups, when she was done, she was done. There's no looking back. Look back for what? At lies, at deceit, at deception, at betrayal, at heartbreak? No. She healed from all of that. And she left his ass in the past. When he thought, oh, this is just another break, this is just another ghosting session, so he could go entertain these third parties with all that energy that he was taking from the divine feminine, yes. The last time was the last time, and he was so full of his arrogance, he was so full of himself, so big-headed, that he didn't even know that the last time he left the divine feminine, that was her last time, and she walked away and she went to go heal, and she closed that door. So he can't come back. But he thought it was going to be that same cat and mouse thing. He was going to pull on her energy, play with her head. For, in a sense, if somebody pulls on your energy and continues to think about you, but they don't reach out to you, and you have a spiritual contract to them, and even if you don't, you might feel an urge out of nowhere to call somebody, to text somebody. That's them playing mind games with you. That's a form of witchcraft. None of that works no more. So this Emperor in the reverse is panicking. King of Wands came out. The High Priestess in the reverse came out. I can't make this up. She's the Empress in the reverse, okay? They were together fighting up against the divine feminine without even her knowledge, without her even knowing what was going on with the Five of Swords, speaking lies. When you talk about the swords, it's speaking, okay? It could cut through, speaking lies on her name. He's lying about this divine feminine, like she's the problem, like she's obsessed with him, when really it's the other way around. And you see it with the energy that's coming out here now. I'm also hearing that they were doing things to try. He was working up against the divine feminine behind the scenes with the moon, okay, to put her in certain situations where she would physically be harmed. I'm hearing mental magic. I'm hearing in the spirit spells. He teamed up with a dark priestess to go against his star seed, Queen of Pentacles, in the upright to steal her generational inheritance. This is the energy. Woo. And the motherfuckers lost. Woo. They fucking lost. You motherfucking karmics is watching this. You lost, bitch. You lost. These fucking hoes even collaborated. This emperor in the reverse, this fallen twin flame, this fallen star is what I'm hearing in the reverse. Teamed up with this empress in the reverse to go against his divine counterpart. Because he didn't want to let her go, and he didn't want to heal, and he didn't want to give to her, but he gave and invested with the bitch that he shouldn't have left in the past, with the bitch that he should have left at the strip club. I'm hearing that he dropped the divine feminine, a pure version, somebody that came with him with pure intentions. He dropped the divine feminine for a whore that the whole block had. Can't make this up. Parted it on Queen of Cups in the reverse. Can't make it up. She pretended. She pretended to be divine. She pretended to be giving. I'm hearing in the spirit, that's how she got this nigga. He wasn't required to heal dealing with that karmic bitch. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Empress in the reverse. Dark Priestess in the reverse. He didn't have to heal with her. So he was comfortable. Having all types of wild sex, all types of shit that they was doing behind the scenes. I'm hearing that she bought the nigga. She got the nigga in because she was spending on him. He thought he was straight. He was straight. He went into this with money. She offered something, a place to stay, a car, some sort of financial come up. So he traded in his divine feminine, the Queen of Pentacles. He threw her away. He left his diamond out on the sidewalk. And when he did start getting something, as far as money and this and that, he got fucking lost in the sauce. He got lost in his own illusion. She ran this empress in the reverse, this Queen of Cups in the reverse, whether it's all embodying her or bitches and witches that she was working with to keep this nigga mind gone with love spells, mental magic. I'm hearing he set his own self up for failure. Because at the end of the day, he had to choose. At the end of the day, somebody can influence you all you want, but at the end of the day, you still have to, it comes down to you making a choice. He made the choice to wife a whore, build with a whore, got caught up with a baby with a whore, and then treated the divine feminine like she was nothing. This royal starseed like she was nothing, while he set up shop with this whore. Pretending to be nice, pretending to be loving, pretending to be giving. It was all a gimmick because you see, he attracted what he was. He was a whore. I'm hearing in the spirit, this karmic masculine was a whore. He got caught up in his own illusions because he attracted somebody that was just like him. He got caught up in his own bullshit. He fell for the tricks of somebody that was just as wicked, just as damaged, just as dark, just as toxic. And she knew exactly what he would want because they were mirroring each other's energies, is what I'm hearing in the spirit. She knew she had to come on. I'm hearing in the spirit. She knew she had to come giving. Yes, so it is. The truth. Yes. Just like him. She knew she had to come off giving, appearing to be a Queen of Cups. If you was here, run it back. The Queen of Pentacles is warm just like the Queen of Cups. Very nurturing, very giving, very motherly. So that's how she got in the door, giving to him. Oh, baby, I love you. I really love you. I think this is real. So he got caught up in his own illusion and got bamboozled into sacrificing the divine feminine and giving up his divine inheritance. This emperor in the reverse is now a commoner and a peasant. He don't get the generational inheritance. He forfeited his right to sit on the throne when he tried to replace the divine feminine. I cannot make this up. This divine feminine starseed with a whore that can't produce and is just as toxic and karmic as he is. Ace of Pentacles. Split the deck on Ace of Pentacles. It was all about money. I'm also hearing in the spirit that this Queen of Pentacles, this starseed, he was running after this Queen of Cups in the reverse, thinking that she was the money. When he left the money, because the divine feminine, the starseed, she was the money. So he opened the door to this new divine masculine coming in. I cannot make this up. Coming in to match the divine feminine's fly. She's still going to be able to win. She's wish fulfillment. The divine feminine was always wish fulfillment. And this karmic emperor knew that. He just didn't want her to gain her strength and her confidence enough to go in and heal and leave his whole ass. And now that she's manifested a whole new life. She's wish fulfillment and she's getting wish fulfillment. Okay. She's able to jump on her chariot. Okay. Jump on her chariot carefree with her match. No more suffering with this emperor in a reverse, this false flame. I'm hearing this false flame, this fallen angel twin flame. He invested so much in trying to destroy the divine feminine starseed that he was supposed to be working with to protect and to build for this karmic witch. And he has to pay back everything he did, everything he took, everything he stole. Because he didn't get himself right. If all he had to do was show up for the job and have himself together, put his best foot forward, he would have been able to sit on the throne. I'm hearing in the spirit, the divine feminine was so lenient with this nigga, y'all. Working with a nigga, trying to help a nigga out. And guess what? He gave her piss and nothing but piss and shit, took from her and went and gave to a bitch that didn't give a fuck about him. This is a needy, chaotic, evil witch whore. She could only give the illusion of being a divine feminine. When it comes down to she's not connected to no pinnacle unless she's taking it from somebody and stealing it from somebody. This karmic masculine has dug his own ditch and he's going through an ego death. Okay, for trying to go against the Most High and take out his divine spouse for a bitch that wasn't nothing but a one-night stand is what I'm hearing in the spirit, y'all. Confirmation. Thank you, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. He came in with the energy of stealing, okay, from the divine feminine, okay? He came in with the energy of stealing from the divine feminine and was stealing from the divine feminine and having that fund his escapades with these third parties, okay? And whoever he was running around and tipping around with behind the scenes, because this karmic masculine, he didn't have no self-control. Now he can't rob the divine feminine anymore. He can't. Time is up. He had ample amount of time to get himself together. The devil in the reverse. The Two of Cups in the reverse. He came to a divine union in devil energy with a false contract of love. And now he's stuck with the Queen of Cups, an evil, heartless whore, okay, that's showing her true face because she already know the nigga that ain't gonna get the divine feminine. She know that much. The bitch playing magic. She know that much. She knew the only reason she was attracted to this emperor in the reverse is because of the divine feminine's money that he was robbing from his counterpart in divinity. You can't keep your divine counterpart and be a devil. It gotta be equally yoked. He wanted to wife up the karmic, okay, probably his fallen counterpart, okay, and still hold his divine feminine counterpart hostage. No, it don't work like that. That's why he's under judgment. He was unfair. He made the wrong decision. And now he's trapped in his head. But he's only trapped in his head. Why? Because he's going through nothing but ego deaths. This nigga is trapped in his motherfucking mind. All of those nights that the divine feminine was crying, trying to figure out which way, why was he doing this? Why is he doing this to me? Why is he doing this to me? I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not cheating. I'm coming to him honest. I'm not lying. I'm not cheating on him behind his back. He could be real with me. He could be honest with me. The divine feminine saw the real him and accepted him healing and growing. But he didn't want to grow and heal. So that's why he continued to run around with these karmics. And that is why his ass is heavily burdened right now. This karmic masculine pretended to be a king of cups to the queen of pentacles, queen of cups, star seed energy. And guess what? I can't make this up, y'all. He attracted what he was. The masks are off. The gloves are off. He attracted a lover that was in that Queen of Cups energy, but she didn't require him to heal. She didn't require him to change for the better, because she was only sent into his life to stop him from rising in his divinity. And so since he wasn't made the choice not to rise, he wanted to keep the divine feminine down as well. Suffering with him, not getting none of the perks, not being protected, not being defended. He took every dime of the energy of what he was able to acquire off the divine feminine's energy. He took every dime and went and gave it to these karmics. He didn't give the divine feminine nothing. And I cannot make this up. He didn't give her nothing. He didn't give an ounce of a fuck about her feelings, about her health, about whether she had a roof over her head, about if she was mentally, from all of the mental magic, if she was losing her mind. He wanted her to be down. Because the more dysfunctional and lost in the sauce the divine feminine was from trying to hold on to this nigga that was never her divine masculine. Because if he was her divine masculine, he wouldn't have been able to get took. Y'all, can't make this up. He was warned to stop doing work against her. He was warned to let the divine feminine go. If you're not going to love my baby, this is what the ancestors are saying, y'all. If you're not going to love her, let her go. If you ain't going to do right by her, let her go. See, the divine feminine's and the star seed's ancestors saw that this nigga was only in it for the money. And guess what? He ain't getting shit with the Ace of Pentacles in the room. He threw the divine feminine away. The divine feminine was the Ace of Pentacles and still is. And is. But he not. Why? Because he caught up with a Queen of Pentacles that can't produce nothing. Can't make this up, y'all. I done shuffled the deck and redid it. He caught up with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. I'm hearing that it was multiple females in this third party situation that he was feeding off of the divine feminine's energy, and now them hoes is starving. I'm hearing they got to go back to the block. Ooh, Tower. Might have been some sex workers. Somebody was selling some pussy. Excuse my language. I'm real, y'all. He was trying to stop the divine feminine from getting, from elevating in her life and getting somebody. The only reason he wanted to stop the divine feminine from elevating because he knew he would not be able to come in and rob her and steal and give to these evil ass whores over here that can't produce shit, that's evil and cold and wicked. I'm hearing in the spirit that this karmic masculine's mother could have, he had some mother wounds as well. Okay, that's why he was, the divine feminine, when she came into his life and showed him love, the nigga didn't know how to act. He ran from the divine feminine's love. He thought the divine feminine's love was fake, so he ran to these karmics and, chose lust over love. Okay, that's just what it is. And now chaos is erupting in this karmic masculine's life. Nothing but chaos. I cannot make this up. Nothing but towers. As you see, I keep pulling the same energy. He's trying to rush back into the divine feminine's life, but guess what? It's only because he taking L's every which way. And guess what? All of that spell work that he teamed up with these bitches to do behind the scenes, it's going back. It's a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. All those celebrations were talking about the divine feminine. It ain't so happy now is what I'm hearing, y'all. This is the starter lineup. The starter lineup for you bitches done fucked up, and you fucked up, and you know that ain't shit sunny about what the fuck y'all experiencing and what the fuck y'all are going through in y'all lives. Can't make this up. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Nothing but chaos. Towers. Nothing but things erupting, blowing up, changing, mass slipping, structures falling because it was built on dirty energy, dirty money, stolen money. Okay? Six of Wands in the reverse. Total and utter defeat. See, these hoes, when they was going against the divine feminine, when this karmic emperor in the reverse was going against the divine feminine, he was prepared for success. Do you think he would have did it if he thought he was going to lose? He was too fucking cocky. He thought the divine feminine would never let him go. He got caught up stealing the divine feminine's energy that he thought the energy was his, and that's where he fucked up at. See, when the divine feminine left, her energy left with her. Her victory, she pulled all of it back. She caught all of it back. And you know what else is returning to these third parties, okay? With this Emperor in the reverse, all of that spell work, all of that spell work that they sent towards the divine feminine to rob her, to take her out. Okay, I done pulled cards, I done shuffled. The story is continuing to speak over and over again. I can't make this up. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. It was unreciprocal to the divine feminine, but this nigga was given to these whores though. Given to these fake ass karmics, these fake ass family members, these fake ass friends. This nigga was a fucking follower. He didn't have a backbone. I'm hearing he was a damn slithering, a slithering fucking abomination. I'm hearing a slithering serpent. He ain't had no fucking backbone. Fucking follower. He moved out of illusions, okay? He made promises to the divine feminine that he never intended to keep. And that's why his ass is under judgment. It don't get no more clear. Spirit, can I get some more energy? I can't make this up, y'all. Guess what just popped out of the deck? Two cards just popped out. The Devil, which was influencing this divine masculine, okay, because he was dancing with the devil. He just got caught up over there and he couldn't find his way out of this goddamn maze. Look at the staircase on here. He couldn't find his way out of that maze. Why? Because he's under judgment. He's chained to these karmic feminines in the reverse. This is what he's chained to. He's chained to these bitches. See, this was the whole test. The devil knew that in order to get this nigga, he had to send in exactly what this nigga wanted. I'm hearing feminine energy. This could be feminine guys and feminine females. Take it how it resonates. I'm hearing that this Emperor in the reverse was a nasty, naughty nigga, okay? Nasty. And now as he's under his judgment, he's thinking about the divine feminine. After he did everything to destroy her, keep her miserable, end everything for her. But guess what? I just parted the deck on Two of Wands. She left this nigga. The divine feminine left this nigga with the whores that he chose over her. Left him right where he stood. And now he's feeling like he's been bamboozled. Now he's feeling like, well, did she ever care? Ain't that fucking crazy? When he did everything, teamed up with these bitches and devil energy and got caught up in his own fucking game. And now he's feeling betrayed by the divine feminine because she's moving forward in love and light and peace. He now seeing that he ain't stopped shit. He ain't stopped shit for the divine feminine. He was getting off on stopping the Ten of Cups and a real traditional divine masculine for coming in. But baby, that divine masculine is coming in. This karmic masculine can't stop it. And your ancestors was just waiting for you to go in and heal yourself and love yourself enough to trust the divine and what the divine was showing you. This karmic masculine is stuck over there on a Ferris wheel to hell with these karmics that is making his life a living hell. I'm hearing in the spirit that the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse could be his baby mother, karmic baby mother, somebody. Oh God, I just parted the deck again, y'all. Spirit is telling these motherfuckers business. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's three females here. It's three dark feminines here. Okay, lined up with the devil. Okay, so I'm hearing in the spirit. These were multiple third parties that this nigga was cheating with. His baby mother. Okay, a bitch that was always in the background. Flings. Okay, this could be his karmic mother. This could be a feminine family member of his. Take it how it resonates to fit your situation. But I'm hearing there are three karmic feminines that wanted the nigga not to reach his rendezvous point with the divine feminine and elevate. Now this nigga his strength is in the reverse. I cannot make this up. He can't steal no more. He can't use the divine feminine's energy to steal no more. So he's stuck. He's stuck in a lower timeline. He's stuck on I'm hearing with these bottom feeders, and his strength is in the reverse. He threw away his strength with the divine feminine. He worked up against the divine feminine. In return, working up against himself. He fucked himself. This Emperor in the reverse. And guess what? While he was doing it, he didn't even know he was doing it. Because if he was doing it, he wouldn't have made that choice. See, the universe, I'm hearing, cloaked the divine feminine. The divine feminine was sent into his life to heal him, so he saw her as a fucking spiritual meal ticket while he fed these bottom of the barrel bitches, okay? Which we're gonna show here. We're not gonna let you forget this shit. This motherfucker was who you chose. All right, you chose these hoes, nigga. Stand on that shit. Stand up in that shit like you was standing up in them hoes when you was fucking them hoes and gossiping with them hoes, okay, taking how it resonates and coming in them hoes, okay, and creating bastard kids. Let's talk about it. When you was building and giving money to them bitches. How about that? Now he crying somewhere because the divine feminine was cloaked. The divine feminine starseed, Queen of Pentacles, and the upright energy was cloaked just to see how this karmic masculine was going to do her. The universe plays games as well. Everything is a test. If you passed the test, you passed it. If you failed it, you got to go back to the drawing board and you got to pay them karmic debts. Okay, that's how it works. This is how the game goes. So he just thought his spiritual spouse in divinity, who was connected to all of the wealth, where he would have been able to have a 10 of pentacles with, okay, it was going to be traditional. This nigga didn't have to worry about the divine feminine cheating on him, okay? He was going to have everything given, just laid out, red carpet treatment. With the divine feminine, this masculine was not going to lose. That's why a part of him knew that. That's why he didn't want to let her go. But he didn't want to do right by her. So he has to pay for his motherfucking crimes. It is what it is. Every time that nigga start feeling sorry for himself, though, if you're cross-watching, motherfucker, look at all of these karmic feminines that you chose. In the reverse, you chose them. You're chained to these motherfuckers, to the devil. You see, specifically with this deck, the devil card is a female and a stairway to hell. He chose these karmic feminine. Somebody don't want me talking, but I'm gonna keep talking. Let me sip a little bit of tea, y'all. Hold on. He chose what he chose. Now he wants somebody to feel sorry for him. The nigga broke his own heart thinking that he was just breaking the heart, and he's very, very regretful at this point in time. He wants I'm hearing somebody wants to try again. At first you don't succeed. The Aaliyah song just popped in my head. Dust yourself off and try again. You could dust it off and try again is what I'm hearing in the spirit. This nigga had ample amount of time, 5 to 10 plus years to get it right with the divine feminine, and he did not do it. So you don't get a chance to try again. He don't get a chance to try again. Temperance in the reverse. He wanted to stop the divine feminine from being at peace. Okay, Temperance is an earth angel card, okay, for this deck. He wanted to keep the divine Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy, the starseed, in a space of imbalance, so he would be able to pull the wool over her eyes and rob her. I can't make this up, starseed. I can't make this up, y'all. I just said the Temperance, oh my God, is the earth angel, is the earth angel card, and the starseed comes out. He had everything literally given to him. All the nigga had to do was put the keys in the car and try to drive and put his best foot forward. Literally, the nigga couldn't even do that. He fumbled. Woo. And he got to live with it for the rest of his life. He's stuck in his head now. That's why he's stuck in his head thinking about the divine feminine starseed, the royal, having all of that love and wealth, okay, with somebody else, because he forfeited his position on the throne. See, he thought he was going to be able to rob the divine feminine, okay? Once he started seeing, hey, you know, dang, I don't want to lose her, but I don't want to get right. See, he thought he was a time waster. He was only trying to waste time through illusions, and he ended up breaking his own heart again. This motherfucker is heartbroken, y'all. He broke his own heart thinking that the divine feminine was just a easy lick, is what I'm hearing in the spirit. He was treating the divine feminine as if she was an easy lick. She was easy prey. He knew she was special. He knew she was wish fulfillment. He knew he didn't have to pretend with her. He knew that she could see through the veil. But he thought his illusions were so strong that, you know, he was tricking her. No, she saw him the whole time. She just gave him grace. Now the time for grace is over. This new beginning, this divine feminine is jumping forward. She knows she has nothing but success, love, reciprocation, a traditional divine masculine that it wants to be all man, and she's leaving this false love contract in the fucking past with this emperor in the reverse. He could go take his pissy shitty offers to these bitches that he chose over the divine feminine, and it is what it is. Shit, who did nobody force him to do what he did? He chose that. He chose that. Now he's up at night. He can't get no rest thinking about the divine feminine because he's being portrayed at every aspect and corner of his life. Because all of what he did to the divine feminine that he thought was not protected, that he thought was an easy lick, that he thought was an easy come up, that he teamed up with these dark feminine, karmic feminines and witches to go against, to destroy divine feminine and rob her. All of that energy and that death magic is now coming back to eat their asses up. Yep. Grace is over. Absolutely. Grace is over, y'all. Absolutely. I can't make this up. How many bitches you see here? You see the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. You see this Emperor. Okay, I threw this over here with his ass, the bullshit ass offer in the reverse. Threw that over there with his whole ass. And guess what comes out? The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit, thank you, my spirit guys. God, whew, I cannot make this up. Thank you, Spirit. And guess what? Guess what come out? Guess who come out next? Ooh, y'all. I gotta come with this. The wheels have shifted in the divine feminine's favor because she didn't come and bring no hell. This karmic masculine and all of these flying monkeys came to this divine feminine and brought her hell. And it was unwarranted because this karmic masculine was lying about this divine feminine, making it seem like she was the villain when really it was him. The wheel has shifted in the divine feminine's favor. Okay. Ooh. I'm seeing this, y'all. The wheel has shifted in the divine feminine's favor. Okay. And I'm also seeing that this divine feminine is also, a magician. This divine feminine, take this how it resonates. The divine feminine is also a magician as well, okay? So the divine feminine created a way out of being entangled with this emperor in the reverse, and she left his ass right where he stood, okay? Because she knew that her generational inheritance was not I'm hearing in the spirit, it had nothing to do with having this karmic masculine or a masculine in the union. The divine feminine, she is the generational wealth. She's tied to that. Okay, as long as she was doing right and elevating into her divinity, and she did just that. Okay, this karmic masculine and his false love offer, can't make this up, has been laid to rest. He thought he was bigger than the program, and he thought he was more important than the divine feminine. Okay, when the divine feminine was the Ace of Pentacles the whole time. So he's fucked himself. And that's just what it is, y'all. Spirit is telling me that is it. I done ran this back in the cards many different ways over and over again. I think I did it 2 times. Okay, I reshuffled and the energy kept coming back out. Definitely like, share, and subscribe to all of my enlightened lotuses. I send you love, baby, and I want you to send it back. I'm telling you, I love you, and I want you to say it back. Like, share, subscribe, and have a wonderful day, night, and evening. Until we meet again. Peace.